from Universal Studios Hollywood. Welcome to Home and Family. Also with us today, world-respected decorative painter, creator of the signature brand Chalk Paint, and she is the author of the new book called Color Recipes for Painted Furniture and
I love
More.
that.
Please welcome to the show, Annie Sloan is here. Hi, Annie.
Thank you.
There's the book.
Here.
I love your idea. We were discussing earlier how you actually in the book talk about mixing colors as well.
Oh, I'm a big one on that. I'm really very keen that people know not just how to use the paint from the pot, but how to mix colors and make the color that they want to do. I think it's really important.
Let's take a look at a couple of photos that we want to share with the audience. This is a bed that you have. Do we have that?
That
Yes.
bed is
A special bed.
a very strong.
Wow.
This is all the book is done in my house in France.
Oh, how
Which
beautiful.
is it's a country place in the north of France, in Normandy. And the whole place goes from these strong colors, and boho chic is what I call it. Lots of different styles there. So I've gone from boho chic to another room, which is very French and very soft and beautiful and quiet colors. And that's what I love to do, to show lots of different styles. And my book's all about projects that you can do that are really, really, really easy.
Well, we look forward to doing that later on, and we also want to share with our audience. You picked a really good day to come here because today you're also going to be getting a copy of the book. How many of you, did any of you out there ever get gel manicure?
All right, so we are here with Annie Sloan. She's one of the world's most respected experts in the field of decorative painting, often given the title of a paint legend. Annie has written over 20 books with more than 2 million copies sold in 11 different languages. Her new book is called Color Recipes for Painted Furniture and More. It just came out this month. Sitting right here.
There it is. I've already been through it. It's really lovely.
Yeah, there's some wonderful
Great
stuff
book.
in here. We're talking about, first of all, chalk paint, not to be confused with chalkboard paint.
Nothing to do with chalkboard
No,
paint at all.
but this
no.
is-
Just the name.
I made this paint in 1990, and I was after making a name for it, which was about the texture of the paint. And the texture of the paint is very chalky and very soft, and so I called it chalk paint.
So
The
we're going to
color's
take just
beautiful.
a sort of drab piece of furniture.
Yeah.
Which is
I don't
fair.
tend to judge furniture, but I'm going to call this one drab and boring.
It was drab. It's very
Well, it
plain.
doesn't look
Yeah.
it now because
No.
it's been chalk painted.
Yeah,
it's been painted.
chalk painted.
It was drab when we started.
Yeah, it was a piece of cheap furniture, to be frank, and it wasn't great. It's a very nasty texture. It was dark brown, very plain, not a nice wood at all. And, you know, that's the whole thing that you're going to be painting,
But
usually.
You didn't sand this first,
No.
or it doesn't need priming.
No, that's the great thing about the paint. You don't need to prime it, you don't need to sand it, you can paint it directly. It can be a new piece, it can be an old piece, it could have been waxed, it could have been varnished, it could be metal, it could be plastic, certain plastics. You can paint fabric, you can do everything.
You can paint fabric.
You can.
You can paint
yeah.
fabric. Okay.
Wow.
So this is like the mystery paint. There's
is-
like some space age stuff. How do you do that? How can you paint on it and not sand? And
Well,
Yeah, or
it's
put a
just
gloss on it.
Yeah, but, well, the big thing at the end of it, after you've painted it, what you have to do is wax it, because the waxing seals it in, and that's the whole thing. And I just decided I needed a paint. There was no other paint like it at the time. I wanted a paint that I could do quickly, because I was a busy mum with 3 kids, little ones, and I wanted to be able to paint furniture, get it done in the morning,
Right.
finish it, and put it back in the room in the afternoon, because that's what you want to do.
Right, exactly. Well, where do you find? Can you get this paint like at paint stores?
No, we don't sell in paint stores. What we sell is one of the things I'm very, very proud of. We only sell in small independent shops. I don't like, I love the fact, because I still actually have a small independent shop. And I thought that, you know, these people are so important. They're very passionate about what they do. They give tremendous service. They have lots of ideas and different styles. And I thought that's what I want to do. I don't want to be selling in the big paint stores. We did try it, and it doesn't work because someone goes, well, I don't know, don't get it. Whereas the person in the little shop goes,
They
yeah,
understand
let
it.
me tell you about it, and it does this, and they run workshops, and they do all sorts of things.
There's a variety of colors overall that you offer. How many?
We don't do a huge number, and that's one of the things that we also like, because the point is that you can mix colors, and I'm very keen on helping people, and actually it's in the book there about mixing colors and
you
getting
mix
lots
this
of
beautiful
things.
blue, because I assume it came from this beautiful dark blue, and you put some white in there, and look how pretty this
and he made a paler blue. And see, one of the things is you might get home from the paint store having bought it, and you go, actually I want it to be lighter. Well, you just add a little bit more of the white.
But how come I'm not smelling it? I mean,
it doesn't
smell like paint, Pete.
No.
There's no
I don't
like
smell
fumes.
anything. That's the thing of.
But it's water-based, so you can wash. You can.
I'm kidding. It looks delicious. It looks good enough to eat. I'm telling you. Okay.
I just had that wonderful pasta, so I'm a little full right now. I'll try it later on in the show. All right, we're going to step away for a quick commercial break. When we come back, though, we have signature looks that's in your line, and Annie's going to show us and create a two-color distressing finish on this as we get started already. More when we come back. All right, we're back here with Annie Sloan. We were talking about this chalk paint that she created that you don't need sanding or priming or anything to do with it, so it is from outer space, isn't it?
Not exactly, no. No, I was a paint maker. I used to make a lot of my own paint because I was very, very keen on paint. I had an art background, and I knew the techniques I wanted it to do. I wanted it to be very soft. I wanted it to be absorbent. I wanted it to be very flexible. I knew all these things about it. So I was very lucky to find a really fantastic family paint firm, paint making factory. This beginning, it was in Belgium, but now, of course, I have it made in America, in Kansas, in fact. But then I tried to, I worked with someone, and I said, this is what I want, and we just kept doing it again and again until it did what I wanted it to do.
Well, what do you want this to do? This is what it looked like before.
This is the wood before, so I've done it on all three sides so I can explain the whole technique. But it's very rough and got a bit of a varnish on it. I don't know what it is. Now, the whole thing is you stir it nicely, and then this is a great brush. It's one of my brushes.
It's round. It's like a round oval brush. It's very nice.
Now, one of the things you'll notice about the way I paint, I don't do this all carefully.
Now, why not?
It just gets it on quicker, and it's my whole thing is about painting quickly. As I said, I'm art background, but also I was a busy mum. So I wanted to get it done quickly, and I didn't want to mess about.
Sure. So, how long does this paint take to dry?
Oh, it'll be dry in about 10 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, very quickly. And I want also a little bit of texture. This is a particularly dark and a particularly rough piece of wood.
It covers it beautifully, though.
It covers it well, thank you. But it sometimes covers it in one. This time I don't think it's going to quite cover it in one. Often I say it covers in 1.5 times because I'll go back. But some of this will almost be dry again, so I'll go back into it. So it covers well. And I quite like there to be a little bit of uneven texture. Okay, so done all those there.
Okay.
So now I want to paint, so it's a 2-layer thing I'm doing. This is my special thing. And now I'm going to turn this around and put that one to the side. And I'm going to get my second colour.
Which is your blue.
This one I already have done. Now this time I'm using a different brush. You could be using my brush, but this time I thought I'd just use this one to show you don't have to have a special brush. It's just really rather nice, that's all. So now I'm stirring it nicely and putting the brush in, and now I'm going to paint. This time I'm going to paint it a little bit more smoothly, not quite as rough as the first time. The first time I was being deliberately trying to get a bit of texture. So this time I'm just going to go every which way and covering it completely all over. I'm doing it with my left hand, which is maybe a little bit awkward.
Well, I'm left-handed. You want me to step in?
I'm all right. I've done.
Okay.
So what I would do is probably do all the front and leave inside, maybe with the green. I'm not sure, but that's something you would develop as you go. So now it needs to be rotated. So this is, I did this earlier, and you'll see that I waxed a little bit, because the next bit, can you pass me the wax?
Sure.
That's it there. Now this is my very special clear wax. It looks white, Now I need a cloth. You've got.
Here's
a
you need
cloth.
this cloth?
There's a little one
Yeah.
there.
Oh, you want the rugged one?
There.
Yeah.
No, it's gone.
Is there one? Did it disappear?
Disappeared.
Huh.
Okay, I'll just have
You know
that
what?
one.
They have legs around here.
They do.
Yes. They take off.
I'll have that soft one if you don't.
This
mind.
one?
There.
All
That's
right.
lovely. 'Cause
Now
I
this
prefer
you're
something
waxing it
soft.
with what kind of wax
This is my
that?
clear wax.
Okay.
It's very soft and very easy. Now, sometimes I'll put it on with a brush, and we do have wax brushes, but today I'm not going to. I'm just going to put it on with a cloth, and I'm doing it, just rubbing it in, and it's going a little bit darker, but what it's doing is I rub, sometimes it's going to bring some of the green from underneath, but also what I'll do is I'm going to go right across there. The other thing is to now get a little bit of sandpaper out. Sometimes, there are lots of different techniques that I use. Sometimes I don't wax it first, I wax it after, but this time, oh, a bit thick there. I'm going to get my sandpaper.
So now we're taking a little bit of that top layer off to reveal that green underneath, but just give it a little bit of that worn look.
Exactly.
So we're looking at, this is 220.
Yeah,
This is what
that's a nice one.
the grade.
So it's
that.
very kind of
Very
organic,
fine.
like, oh, yeah.
I
right.
love this mixture of the green and the the
Well,
blue.
I'll tell you what, we're gonna let you out here and do a little bit of work.
Oh, thanks.
And we want to see this at the end of the show and see what it looks like when we're all finished.
And you can find out more about Annie and her new book at chalkpaint@anniesloan.com. And
Wonderful.
chalk.
It's
Yeah, right.
All right.
Okay.
It's AnnieSloan.com. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. You did it.
AnnieSloan.com.
So sorry.
No, that's all right.
That's all right.
We want to make sure we get it correct.
Up next, we're heading back to the kitchen
Back
for
to
a
the
little
kitchen. Asparagus and risotto and